Welcome back, everyone, to the Craftverse series, episode 338. In between last episode and now, I have gone ahead and finished out this roadway, and I am now ready to start placing blocks. Although I just realizing now as I'm saying that I have to get my image pulled back up. Ah, biscuits. All right, now we're ready to go. Let's do this. All right, so first and foremost, I'm going to need these blocks. Need a bunch of those, and we're going to be using a ton of iron for the walls. These are basically just framing. And we're going to start this framing right here on this side. It's going to go up 1, 2, 3. Yeet. 1, 2, 3. And connect. We're going to do that for all of these. And then we're going to have the edges on the bottom link. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. And we can probably cheese this by going there. Yeah, perfect. Less eating required. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boop, boop, boop. And quadra-boop. You might notice I've also extended the roadway out towards the portal, and it perfectly lines up. I did not do that on purpose when I originally designed this area, but I will take the wins where I can get them. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. And now we're ready to connect all of these up. So essentially we have to go all the way down, and we're going to have it meet up this way. Oh, that was beautiful. I could not have planned that better if I was trying, and I swear that was accidental. I'm just trying to go this way, and then, yeah, see, I overshot just a bit, so I need to remove those. And then we have this come out. Oop, I forgot a piece. Oop, right in the corner. And then we come over here and we repeat again. Stinky little flashlights. Torch spam is ugly, but necessary before you actually get all the lanterns or sea lanterns of your choice in. So things will gradually run a little smoother with a little less animation in the area. Oh, I was one off. Rude. Okay, and I'm realizing I also didn't put the little jut out piece up there either. That's fine. It's fine. All right, so I actually need to take this 7 above the baseline here. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, I'm not doing this just so I have an excuse to use the word 6, 7 4 times. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I guess make that 5 times. No, it just happened to work that way. The reason we're doing this is because on this level, all the way around, we're going to be having some deep slate walls jut out and have some lanterns wrap around the exterior. But in order to get to that point, I have to first get my iron out, because that's what it's going to be sitting on. This gives me a nice little platform to fly on. It also means I have less things wandering in while I'm building the floor, because I only have the 4 access ways at that point. You can make yourself a little bit safer while you're doing interesting builds. You should, by all accounts, always do so. Okay. This ought to be well enough lit that I don't have things spawning in the middle, so I'm just going to keep building. If I see things coming towards me when I get to the other end, then I'll be concerned, but for right now, we're just going to power through. Either I'm going to end up going back for sleep, or I'm going to go back for iron, because I burned through the whole stock that I brought with me. I'm not sure which one is going to come first. I know I only put torches out so far in the back, so chances are with my new render distance update, it could very well cause things to spawn, plus things could potentially spawn on top of these oxidized copper block pillars. Here's hoping that's not the case, but at least all the blocks I'm using are slightly blast resistant because they're meant to be metallic. Hear pitter patters around me. Not sure if you guys can hear it. Yeah, there is an explodey boy over there, but as long as he doesn't look this direction, I should be fine. Even the spider's confused. It's like I sense a disturbance in the force. I can feel it in my feelers. That's kind of what they're there for. They're called feelers for a reason. Okay, that might be a problem. I'm noticing there's a skelly right there. Oh, sure, when I don't want you to spawn, that's when you spawn with the pokey stick. Bonk. I don't know how that doesn't spear through him and go right into the horse, but you know what? If you're still there in the morning, I might try and snag you. This is going to have a couple layers of roof, so you will at least be safe there, but I don't have a saddle. Though I do have a bunch of iron and access to horses. I could just kill those horses for leather. Yeah, you guys are the reason why I'm installing these walls in the first place. It'll pain in my dupa. Where did you go? Oh, you're right here. Don't go through the doorway. I can't see you when you do that. Missed. Point blank range. Missed. Not a good record. We're going to do this, then we're going to work on the floor. This should be good enough for the moment. I don't think I need too much more lighting. I think, oh, that's perfect. How many stacks was that? Like four stacks for 3 layers all the way around this build. Perfectly mathematically aligned, and I swear I was not planning that out, but I will take it nonetheless. Well, that horse is definitely going to burn because I have to sleep if I want to take out the torches, so. Goodbye, zombie horse that I did not expect to spawn, or want to spawn. Sorry, I had to address something real quick. Okay, Alright. Now this looks a bit more industrial than we're used to, because this area is supposed to be the quote-unquote industrial area. Let's go ahead and add in some gate. Okay, so I need to do 12. I'm not going to do pressure plates for the time being, because I don't want things coming through willy-nilly. And I don't trust the animals that are currently spawning in here to prevent things from coming through. They might just stand on the pressure plate being like, oh, what's this? And here comes a zombie. So we're just going to do that. All right. Before I get too far with any of this, I need to get the floor installed. So let's put some of the iron away for now. I love that it was exact, too. That was unexpected. Netherite floor, we're just going to take a good swath. We're going to put that up there because I'm going to be using sea lanterns as well. Probably not nearly that many, but it's good to be prepared either way. Now I just have to quickly grab that image up. That. Where's the floor? The floor? There we go. Got the floor. Okay. Let's go. I'm not too concerned with what the back corners look like. Sheep, you're in the way. Fluff off. Underneath here is going to be those. I am not entirely sure how safe it is to just run around digging up the ground, so I'm just being extra cautious. All around the edge are going to definitely need to be protected. Okay, no holes so far. I know there is a hole underneath me, and that is part of the reason I'm being extra cautious. Partially contributing to the lag. Okay. once I get this whole floor replaced, there won't be any more animals spawning in here because they can only spawn on grass blocks. That will be nice to not have to contend with them getting in the way of my building and redstone. Because yes, there will be a decent amount of redstone and storage in the bottom of this layer. Peace and quiet. Oh no, there's another. Techno, you need to pick up your kids. They're over here causing a nuisance. Okay. I think it's pretty much safe to just go ahead and speed through the rest of this now. I need to just get all of this grass removed, and I believe I left enough of a barrier underneath it. If not, I will be contending with the horde of zombies that I've been hearing this entire build. There's probably a skelly or two in there as well, but they already have bows, they don't need to pick up dirt blocks. Little Minecraft ASMR for you, breaking grass. It's actually easier to manage without all the bobbing if you crouch, especially if you have Swift Sneak. Which, if you've been watching the series long enough, you'll know that every pair of pants that I own ends up having Swift Sneak. I do not like the pitter-patter of going very slow, despite the rate at which I actually complete these projects. Although, this one's going by seemingly pretty quick. Some people will skip ahead, and sometimes I do, but sometimes I need to remind people just how much time it takes to actually do a big build like this. And this time I don't feel like skipping ahead that much. If it happens to be something I can do between episodes before I start recording, sure. But if it's something that I need to do while I'm in the middle of one, you get to see a little bit more of the process. If you want to watch all the fancy shenanigans, go ahead and watch Hermitcraft. I get some of my ideas from them too. This is a vanilla-only series. No resource packs, no add-ons, no speeding things up with time lapses. Sometimes you just need to go back to your roots. And the roots of these videos did not have so much editing. Alright, these will inevitably despawn. Alright, let me get a feel for where the center is. Center here, 3 deep, and then it's every 2. And then we just continue this pattern all the way across the middle. But we're going to go here and start this one. Just get the edges going. Now we bring this all the way down and not have it be grass blocks. That is exactly the one location I did not want you to be, because that's where these go. Want this to look like an industrial plant. And when I said plant, I did not mean that I wanted grass to be spawned. Hey, this seems to be working pretty well, actually. See a chicken in the corner? Okay, that's fine. Chickens can be in the corner. Nobody puts chicken in a corner. Comment down below if you know the reference. It's mildly different from the original, but I'm sure you could figure out how. Okay. Even with proximity, I'm surprised I have not seen anything spawn in here. I'm not complaining by any means, but I am surprised that I have not seen anything spawn in here while I've been doing this at night. Going to have to put that there because that is the center, and that is going to be important information soon. Right. Well, you were meant to go there anyway, that's fine. Just a mild difference. Oop. How did I get stuck? Oh. Yeah. Finally ran out of that stack. I was not paying attention to the count there. I ran out. Huh. 'Tis indeed a thing that can happen. It's a big floor. Very big floor. Nothing spawned in here while I was out. Good. Alright. Now we fill in this corner. Okay. Luckily, once I get this floor fully in, I will not need any additional netherite for the build. You know, what I might actually do is fully extend this out to the edge, but at the same time, I don't believe I need to because of what's going over there. Little pig, enjoy your stay. I think just for the moment it's fine. Yeah, 3 all the way around it is a good metric. I like that. Oh. Couple times out of the whole build is not bad. If it happens a lot, there's some major lag issues. Oh, geez, that's a bad one. Working through the night, no spawns. Unless you count spawning the stupidity of me messing up 14 times. Mild exaggeration. Okay, so you can essentially see the vision of this floor. do want to get it finished for the thumbnail, though. If this was any other block, that would be a little bit less dense. I wouldn't mind so much just filling it in all the way and popping out the bits that have the light. These are unforgiving. Chicken, get out of the hole. This is not a trough. This is not a bed. Originally, the entire floor was meant to be netherite brick. Then I decided to pop in the lights. And on creative, that's fine. I don't want to have to do that here for every single one. At least now I have zero concerns about things spawning in here while I'm gathering materials or placing in the next layers. Last section. Now, if you had to collect this much netherite in survival without duping, oh my god. No. That would be the ultimate no. Not everybody has the ability to be on for good times with Scar's amount of playtime. In fact, I would wager most people don't. Alright, the floor is now in. Let's get a grand view of this. Nice. Contrasting colors with the black, blue, white, the teal and white walls. And there's going to be another contrasting color in here soon as well, but I am nowhere near ready to install that just yet. But I think we are about ready to end the episode. So, thank you for hanging out, and I'll catch you in the next episode when we start finishing off the wall height and adding in all of the lighting on the outside/inside of the walls. I have to go gather those materials real quick, and I'll be back in just a little bit. Have a good one, everybody. That's an expensive floor.